Normally you don't go into business with family and partners, but you guys do it well.
These chairs are too close together.
Hey, I asked specifically if you guys are okay sitting next to each other.
Yeah.
Why did Jill Grindeland inspire you to do comedy is the question.
Well, if you go back, I think you could pinpoint it to me having a learning disability in kindergarten. That's how I got into comedy, because I had this dyslexia that I think they've identified it now, but it's like a rotation of numbers on a page are irrelevant to the learner. So it's like a 3 that is the way you're supposed to do it, or backwards, or a 7 upside down. It all means the same thing to me. Why does it matter? I can tell what it is. And so they sent me to the only school in the district that had a program that would address that learning disability, which happened to be the really hard to get into fine arts school in the district I went to. And so I had to do some, it was like such a artsy school. We didn't have gym class, we had dance class.
We are moving the podcast next week. Paris.
I mean, you know it's portable. You did it.
There you go.
Concept.
Right.
Sounds like our YouTube page, firstcoastcomedy.com, could have a lot of French subscribers.
Comedy on YouTube. That's right.
Yeah.
First
Oh, yeah. Firstcoastcomedy.com.
Our YouTube page, firstcoastcomedy.com.
What is it? Firstcoastcomedy.com? Is that the website?
Yeah.
That's the
Oh, that's-
website.
All right, cool. And what was the Instagram again?
At First Coast Comedy.
At First Coast
Don't
Comedy.
answer any social media questions, please.
Where can you see the stream? It's on your website, the firstcoastcomedy.com.
Yeah.
YouTube
It's on
at
our
First Coast
YouTube,
Comedy.
First Coast Comedy, Instagram.
He's the one, not you.
No, he's doing it on purpose now. It's become a thing. Actually,
Yeah.
if you go on LinkedIn, LiveJournal. It's on LiveJournal.
Next time we have stuff here at the theater, I'll personally call you.
Personal.
On the landline,
Yeah.
I'll leave a message on your answering machine.
you just need to go to firstcoastcomedy.com to learn about the classes and
Yes.
the workshop.
firstcoastcomedy.com.
Perfect. That's how I write jokes. Okay, pre-write them, and then I expect the laughter. I'm like, yeah, this is where the laughter is coming. It's not.
Does it work like that?
I like that better than the comics who write jokes and you can tell they had no idea where laughter even maybe should have been.
Yeah.
You know?
I don't know which one is better. You know, like I was always very positive, like I'm doing comedy, you know,
Yeah.
versus like I'm struggling.
It's
Alright.
it's just an honor to be on stage, man.
This is crazy. I need to take a picture of this. This is insane right now.
The setup.
Yeah.
That's great. I love it.
Cables and stuff.
Perfect.
All right. Well, welcome everybody to the Psst, Did You Hear That podcast with me, Emory, Mehesz, and our guest today is Madelaine and Alex First Coast Comedy. Because
That's our last name.
when I was driving here, I was like, oh, shoot, I don't know their last names.
Hi, I'm Madelaine, First Coast Comedy.
I'm Alex, First Coast Comedy.
I don't know if you guys want to say your last name.
No, that's good. No, it's Grindeland.
Grindeland. Yeah, that's right. That's
Yeah,
right.
yeah,
I
yeah,
remember because I just saw you guys 2 days ago
Yes.
doing
Yeah.
stuff here. So I'm excited to have you guys on the podcast. And Flo is coming soon as she makes it here, I guess.
She'll be here.
Yeah, she'll be here. But so I was thinking we always start like where we met. And I think I saw you guys way before I even knew you did comedy in any kind of
Probably at a bar.
capacity. No, I think it was wrestling
Oh.
with El Nino.
Oh.
So El Nino is my buddy, and he, when he started wrestling, I started comedy.
Okay.
And at one point, he said, "Hey, I know those guys." I'm like, "Oh, we're somehow I don't know, but I saw you guys before."
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys want to talk about wrestling.
Oh,
I
yeah.
love wrestling.
Yeah.
It's pretty. Are you still doing wrestling?
No.
I'm not. We have 2 children now, so
okay, well,
I
yeah,
won my
I knew
very.
that.
I'm sorry. I got excited. I won my very first championship with Pro Wrestling Action in Orlando in Sanford, actually, and then I found out a week later that I was pregnant with Lucy, with my daughter.
Wow.
Yeah, so it was very exciting. I'd been on Dark and done all the stuff, and then just suddenly like, okay, that's my calling now. This is what God wants me to do: be a mom, be a mom, and run our business. So I haven't wrestled since.
It is brutal. Like I saw when JBR invited me, or Alan, you invited me to a match, and he just flew out of the ring. And I'm like, that's crazy. Like, he flew out. And he told me after that, it was not planned. He was supposed to land on the ropes. And I'm like, all right, I stick with comedy for now.
Yeah.
It's a lot less dangerous.
Yeah, it's go ahead.
Well, I was just going to say, people always say, like, well, how do you make it not hurt? And it's like, you don't.
Yeah, you just heard.
Wrestling hurts.
It's fun.
See what you get.
Yeah, it's just super fun.
Okay.
But I mean, it's true that like I there are bumps that I would take during matches that I wouldn't want to take in practices, because when you're in a match and there's the audience and the adrenaline, you don't feel it, I would say.
Unless you get seriously hurt. Yeah, you really don't. I mean, I've taken a few stair bumps like I did when I wrestled Julia Hart. We went outside the ring and she threw me into the stairs, the metal stairs. Which was totally fine.
You wrestled outside the ring. Oh, but still the game. So it was still the match.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It was not just you just started wrestling.
Yeah. No, I wrestled her for
Smack me into the
AEW.
stairs.
Yeah, for AEW Dark, and she threw me into the stairs. And in the moment, I was like, "Cool, we did it! Like that was great. That was a super fun spot." And then the next day, I looked at my back, and it was just like, but that was my fault because I could have protected myself, and I didn't because it looked cooler.
Wow.
I was on the receiving end of a double powerbomb one time, and I didn't exhale at the proper moment. And
Okay, I don't know what that is.
So
I like wrestling, but I don't know what the phrases are.
So I was one guy picked me up like this, and he was going to slam me down, and another guy grabbed my shoulders and pushed down extra hard. Whoa. And the guy who's pushing down isn't supposed to. The guy gave it a lot of oomph, and I didn't exhale properly, because if you exhale. You imagine like if you when you're holding your breath, you're all tight, and if you hit something, it's going to hurt more.
Sure.
It's like with the reason drunk people usually fare better in car accidents than sober, because sober people tense up and drunk people don't. The same thing would be in wrestling, exhaling when you land, and I didn't exhale as I was tight, and I was just like, wow, that was very painful. Yeah.
So I knew about the muscle tension, but I didn't even think of the breathing tension. But you're right. Like when I'm in a car, I've never been in a car accident, but I imagine I would try to be like super loose, which is impossible, right? Because you're automatically tense.
If you see the semi coming at you, just remember this conversation. Like, I'm just going to be loose.
Breathe out, hold it, hold it.
Just keep breathing out just at the right moment. Just boom.
Yeah, but it's funny. So comedically, when I do stand up, right? We'll get into you guys. It's comedy.
No, don't worry about it.
But when I do stand up, like I'm a blackout comic, so I go up on stage, I do my set, and I barely remember when I come off what just happened.
Yeah.
I can kind of recall, because the way you're saying that, hey, the adrenaline was so high that you don't even feel the pain. I feel like the bombing is the same for comedians, maybe to some, but I have to listen to it back. I'm like, okay, I remember the laughter a lot bigger or a lot smaller.
Sure.
It's never like, yeah, that's exactly what happened.
Yeah.
And so I don't know if it's the adrenaline has some kind of a blocking thing in your brain,
right,
or not. No,
All right,
take your time.
Here.
We're happy to see you. We're so happy you're here.
You were late and you missed the exit.
That's the
That's
stress.
why I'm glad you made it.
We're
We
just glad
just
you're
started like 10 minutes ago. We don't even know that they're.
Hello.
You're here.
Nobody knows that they're comedians.
Yeah, we were just talking about wrestling the whole time.
Oh, good. Awesome.
Yeah. But I will cut this out and just
No,
flow
don't
up
cut
here.
it out. Come on.
And flow
No, they're
appears.
multi-talented, these people.
Formerly. Now I'm only single talented. Really good at breastfeeding a baby, and that's it.
Multi-talented.
Yeah, she's
still
got
got
2 breasts.
Yep.
Quite
Right.
talented.
All right, I'm
Dual.
so glad you said it. I'm
Really
like,
talented.
but yeah,
Hi.
How's it going?
That's great. We're happy to see you.
Yeah, thanks
Yeah,
for
we-
having me.
we literally just started.
Oh,
Like 10
good.
minutes ago.
Yes.
I actually planned this whole French intro. We are huge in France. It's crazy. And I wanted to say like bonjour and stuff like that, but I completely forgot. And we just started talking.
We
It just
can start speaking.
no.
Oui, oui.
Je m'appelle Alexandre Grindeland et la bibliothèque est sur la table. Le chat no es. That's Spanish.
That's
But
as much as he
you
knows.
already speak more French than I do. And I love the French. Right? I'm a big Emily in Paris fan, but no.
Je préfère le steak frites.
I learned ringard.
What?
Ringard, which means shit or basic. Or
Oh, yeah.
Ringard.
I thought shit in French was merde.
Yeah.
Merde. Yeah, this
Merde.
ringard you
Merde.
say
Merde.
it
And then
to
Portuguese
people who are
merda.
basic.
Oh,
Like this, whole Emily in Paris is like a big fashion thing. And this guy was just talking down to people like, oh, they are basic. So that's what that word is. It's like a very specific word.
What's the word again?
Ringard.
Ringard.
But I was trying to pronounce it the French way. Ringard.
Yeah.
So you have French fans, and the rest of your fans are very ringard.
Yes, exactly. No, it's just a running joke. I just got an email from them, and they were like, "Hey, you guys are in the top 160 or whatever in comedy podcast in France."
Wow. The whole country?
Isn't that weird?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
great.
It's
I
like,
didn't know
we
they
gotta go
do
to France.
comedy.
Gotta,
I mean, you go to Portugal all the time.
yeah,
Go to,
where
or go to Brazil,
Brazil.
too.
Yeah, I'll go everywhere.
Yeah.
Wherever.
Yeah,
Let's go.
we are moving the podcast next week. Paris.
I mean, you know it's portable. You did it.
There
Proof
you
of
go.
concept. Done.
Right.
Sounds like our YouTube page, firstcoastcomedy.com, could have a lot of French subscribers.
You mean
There
at
you
First
go.
Coast Comedy on YouTube? That's right.
Yeah.
At First
Oh, yeah,
Ooh.
yeah. Firstcoastcomedy.com.
Our YouTube page, firstcoastcomedy.com.
What is it? Firstcoastcomedy.com? Is that the website?
Yeah.
That's the
All right.
website.
All right, cool. And what was the Instagram again?
At First Coast
At
Comedy.
First
Don't
Coast Comedy.
answer any social media questions, please.
That's why Flo handles most of our social media because I'm horrible. I learned how to do feed and story or something, but I still don't know what the difference is.
Yeah, yeah.
Or no, story and post. Or no,
yeah.
feed and post.
He needs a lot of help.
It's the same thing.
Madelaine, one
area.
time I got very early in our relationship, I think I got a lot of bonus points because I handed her my phone. I said, "How do I check my Instagram messages?"
At
Winning.
first, I know. At first, I didn't believe him. I was like, "Is this a ploy? Are you getting? Is this a
Pick
game?"
up
And he
on
was
it.
like, "No." I said, "Show me what you think you need to do," and then I couldn't bear to watch it for very long. It was like 5 minutes went by, and he was like, "Help me."
Yeah, it's funny because when I was trying to date and girls literally ripped the phone out of my hand and put their number or Instagram or because I couldn't figure it out. I was like, "Oh wait, where is this the button?" And I'm not even that old, and I'm in IT. You know, it's like
That's
crazy.
bad. That's IT professional. Oh, sorry.
It's pretty bad, but I don't know. It might be my age, but honestly, it's only Instagram that I can handle. Everything else, TikTok, I was able to figure
And
out.
it keeps changing. Things like are updating and things they're moving things around, so it doesn't help.
And everything has symbols. You're supposed to know what it means.
Mm-hmm.
I still regularly look at something and I'm like, if I press that, am I going to share a link or am I going to repost it?
You're gonna regret it.
Yeah, the reposting and it a collaborator.
Yeah,
I don't even know what that is.
Do you guys do collabs?
Yeah, I do collabs. Yeah,
That's you got to
Do you
do
know all
it.
the- do you
Yes,
know
you
what
have to.
collabs
It's free
is?
marketing.
that's
I
full
know-
disclosure. Yeah.
Or
And it
collaborating.
It helps.
Theoretically,
Especially
I
for
know what
people
she.
who
I know what
follow
she
you.
explains it to me to be.
Okay, all right.
Collaborating.
No,
Yeah.
I understand
You
the
understand
word, the English word. I get it. What in the world does it do? I have no clue.
It shares it to your page. So if I make you a collaborator on Instagram, if you accept, then you don't have to repost the same picture. It just automatically goes on your page or your feed.
Okay,
right?
then answer me this.
Can't wait.
If I post a feed on Instagram, right? The feed. What?
I love you. It's okay.
No, it's not feed.
You're
Sorry,
already
a story.
messing it
If I
up.
post a story on
What's the story?
Instagram,
Okay.
the story goes to my Facebook account's story as well.
Yes.
If I post a reel on Instagram,
If it's connected and you have it enabled, there's a little toggle on, toggle off.
oh, okay. You know what? Let's go back to.
Anyway, do your French intro.
Right.
No,
there,
I
go
just
ahead.
wanted to
Oui,
say
oui.
bonjour, and that's
Okay.
it.
So I want to dig deep into you guys and like figure out improv and where it all began. And you
All
guys
right, so let's talk
Viola
about
Spolin.
comedy. Firstcoastcomedy.com.
right.
We created improv in 1996.
The year after I was born,
Nice.
when you were 11.
When the Packers won
Okay.
the Super Bowl. Thank you.
Oh, that's how it was.
Yeah,
Oh,
96.
I only
And
have
since then,
I only have one jersey.
It's Packers.
It's a Packers jersey.
Good man.
Is it Aaron
Shout out
Rodgers?
to my ex-in-laws. Thank you.
Which player is it?
Aaron Rodgers.
All right, go.
Is that okay? Yes.
Yeah.
I don't wear it often.
I didn't know.
Okay.
I mean, I do wear it, but not often.
I just still thinking about you guys.
The
And
First Coast Comedy.
they're so good. You guys are like these professional improvisers of Jacksonville. You know, like you guys are it. And I love improv. Actually, no offense, Emory, but improv is here first for me, and then stand up is like right there.
Yeah.
And my favorite show of this whole city is actually the combo show you guys do, which I'm gonna be on. I'm gonna be on it
Oh, which
again.
one?
May
The
I
drunk?
love no
The drunk combo?
No, that's a
That
good
one's
one
fun
you
too.
guys do. But like, I love
I
to
want to
see.
see Flo drunk doing
I
the
was
drunk
on
show.
some stuff the last time. You
Oh,
should have
yeah.
been there.
Oh, I
Yeah.
wasn't.
Ayahuasca.
Oh,
Yeah.
and you did the show?
No. Well, kind of. But anyway, yes, I did the show. But my favorite show is what they do. They combine both. And everyone needs to know about this more and go to this show because I mean, all your shows, but this one's my particular favorite, Emory. You start off, have you seen where you start off with stand up? You have a comedian telling the stories, and then the improvisers have their creative minds going, and then they make it come to life.
Yeah.
So
I see
your
that.
jokes get to come to reality, like happening in front of the audience. It's like my favorite shit. Like
It's
I
really
love
fun.
that. You should say, like, tell us more about that. I love that.
So that show is called Full Disclosure, and it works best when you have a comedian who's good at telling stories as opposed to telling jokes.
The jokes, yeah.
I will say, when you did it, you told stories about your mom primarily, and it wasn't. I don't know if it was material or not. I don't think it was.
I intertwined.
Yeah.
So I tried to get a laugh. I didn't want to just tell a story with no laugh.
Yeah.
I tried to get some punchlines, but yeah, it was a story.
It was.
Yeah.
It was very much like 5-6 minutes of story, and then you got laughs because you're funny naturally, right, and whatever else. But it's really cool because we pull what's called premises from that, and so it's the Armando format is what we use for that.
And it's funny you remember it was my mom.
I remember a lot about your mom. I learned a lot about your
we
mom.
remember her mom too much.
That's so crazy, man.
But she is super cool. Like she's always cool.
I think
Yeah,
I'll
sure
always.
we'll do that one in May.
Your mom sounds like the very similar person to my mom.
Oh, I remember that, and I
Yeah.
remember you said that.
Mm-hmm.
Does she drink or?
Does Jill Grindeland doing? Never touched it though. She wouldn't touch this stuff.
Total no. All purity over there.
Mm-hmm. She drinks a lot of water.
Gatorade.
Yeah.
So the full disclosure is great though, because usually what you see at our theater in our 7 p.m. and 9:30 slots is what's called short form improv. So that's like we play a whole bunch of games and it's really fun and fast paced and it's easier for the audience to fully understand games, right? It's like, okay, in this game, you have to use initials and come up with words. And if you don't do it, then you get eliminated, right? Like you have to act it out. But in full disclosure, because it's a storytelling, it's the payoff takes a little longer. And then when they see parts of that story come to life or something that's tangentially related, like a premise that gets pulled, coming to life, it is really rewarding. I think that's probably one of my favorite shows too.
It's
full
so
disclosure.
much fun. It is so much fun. Have you seen one?
Yeah.
You were in one?
No.
Oh, well, you got
Some Marcus's, I think.
Mhm.
Oh,
I
man.
saw Marcus. I saw
one of
Joey
my
one time, not
favorites.
this weekend, but I've seen Joey before.
I feel like my favorite thing in that show is helping the audience to feel smart,
Yes.
because they'll hear a story and then you'll do a scene, and my goal is that within the first 10-15 seconds of the scene they go, oh, that's how it connects.
Mhm.
You know?
Mm.
So if you can make them think that, then that's it's very
So
satisfying.
How do you do that? Like, can you give an example or think like how?
Yeah.
Because that's interesting. I want to know more. Like,
Well,
I could help.
you come up with a really good heady improv example, and I'll tell you the dumb stuff that I do.
Sure.
The dumb thing that I always go to in any story is, what object is crucial to this story and how can I play it? Right? If I'm ever at a loss for like, how am I going to make a scene out of this? If it's a story, like we've had storytellers that don't give us a lot that are like, oh, I went to a place and then I saw someone, and that's like the full story, right? So if you go, okay, they're in an airport, right? What's something that everybody associates with an airport? An airplane? Oh, maybe airport bar, a shot glass in an airport bar. Okay, I'm going to be the shot glass that person used, and then do a scene as that shot glass, and like, I can feel the bad decisions coming, right, or whatever it is.
Mhm.
You are the object.
I would become the
love
shot
that.
glass and be like, hey, Billy, it's just another day us being shot glasses, right? Like
love
that's
that.
that's probably one of my favorite things to
Yeah.
do when I can find it. But you can give the smart brain answer.
Yeah, I would just say I take an idea, a theme of the story that I try to have it be like one word, or not one word, one small short phrase or sentence. Like underestimating how much something will cost. Right? Somebody tells a story, and in my head I go, underestimating how much something will cost, and then I do a scene where somebody underestimates how much something will cost. So, like the example that I'm drawing directly from is, a storyteller told the story when I was really young. I wanted to start a print and copy shop, and so I went to the bank and I took out a loan for $3,000, which is a dramatic underestimate of how much it will cost to rent a venue and get insurance and buy all the stuff. But in my mind, $3,000 is a lot of money because I'm 20, whatever. And so then I do a scene where it's like, you come into my house on the day of my daughter's wedding and you ask me for a favor. All right, slide the envelope. How much money do you need from the Godfather? You only want $3,000? That's fine. You just take it. You don't even have to ask. I do a favor from you. Just have it.
Yeah.
You want more? I give you more. No, Godfather, no. And so then the audience, so then the audience after they the whole like that's all you want. They feel smart. Like, oh, I see the connection.
And it's not just It's not just acting out the story, because it's not like we're just going to act out your life. It's like we're going to find something that's related, because anybody can go and act out a story. But we want to create comedy that's maybe not everybody. We want to create comedy that's related, but not just an imitation of.
Yeah, I try pretty hard to not act out the story that they told, because like you don't want to, like, it would suck to go to a movie and then like somebody before the movie goes on goes, all right, so this guy named Luke is gonna like find out that he has to go on a space adventure, and then he's gonna find out somebody's the really evil guy is really his dad, and then you see the movie. That would not, you don't want to hear a story and then see it acted out.
It's interesting you say that, because now that I think about my story and my mom and all the crazy shit. And then you guys got up there and just turned into gorillas. I'm like, this is great. It's so relatable. Like, the crazy family dynamic is gorillas in a zoo. So, I just love that.
There was one where it was kind of shortly after maybe it was one of the first full disclosures we did here, where we got an audience member up. And this audience member was telling a story about how they went to this place it used to be like a wonderful dive bar, but now it's kind of upscale and fancy. And so they don't like to go there anymore. And I said, what place are you talking about? And the guy said, Mangoes.
In Jacksonville Beach.
But your impression of Mangoes is that it's now super like, what was it like before?
Right, like before, because I think we moved here in 2021, and so the first time we went to Mangoes was 2021. So we said, are you talking about like before this year? Have we not been here? We haven't been there in a year. And he said, no, they did this in like 2019. We're saying, you're telling me that's your fancy upscale bar.
Yeah, so then we did a scene of like, hello, sir. Welcome to Mangoes. Have you have a reservation? Right. Oh, so you're not wearing a jacket, but we can find one for you in the closet. This guy's impression of what Mangoes is.
All right. Well, unlike Flo, I did not like improv for the longest time because when I was introduced to improv, it was horrible.
Most of it's bad.
Yep.
As watching it.
Most of it's bad.
Yeah.
And in the scene we had a couple of better groups, but overall I was just like, no, I don't like improv. And then I met you guys, and I bring my kids here, so I love improv now, and it's a lot of fun. And but I did take classes, not with you guys, but I did take classes, and I'm a control freak, so it is the hardest thing to let go. Once you're an improv group, right? Because first of all, I don't write stuff, and it's weird for me that I need to prepare, right? Or I don't need to, but I like to plan stuff. But anyway, it was very weird. I definitely want to take more classes just because I started getting into acting, and I think it's a connector between acting and comedy.
You're gonna hate improv. No, I swear, I have brought I don't know how many comedians to try improv for the first time, and almost all of them are like, I was really bad. That felt like that was like most of like Austin, Tanner, who else? There's a bunch of people. I'm like, come try improv. I love this shit.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, this is different. Like you're saying, it's so different. The spontaneity of just go with it. Yeah. Don't overthink it. And improv is all planning exactly what I'm going to say and do.
Right.
So it's different, but people still have fun. It's just like they'd rather watch it than do it.
Yeah.
I think that's true. I mean, there's two. So we have two threads going here. Imre's saying, like, I didn't like improv before because a lot of what I saw was bad. And then you're kind of saying stand-ups don't like improv. We'll address that one first.
All right. Yeah,
we'll address this one. Yeah.
So I have run an improv theater for a long time. Because I moved here, I ran one in Seattle for 10 years.
Oh, okay.
And I was also the president of the largest, like, improv family of companies. It's called Comedy Sports. But even I say most improv is hot garbage. It's most of it's terrible. But that's, to me, that's like the challenge I enjoy about it, is that like it's really hard. It's very hard to be good at stand up. It's very, very hard to be good at improv. Because you have to be the actor and the director at the same time.
Well, and you have to write.
And the writer.
The actor, writer, and the director.
You're the actor, the writer, and the director, and you have 3 seconds or less.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. And always say yes. That was the first thing I learned. Always say yes.
Yeah, that's unnatural. And don't ask questions. And like, that's not natural.
Yeah.
As
don't ask questions.
Like, we're always asking questions. So it's like a brain twister a lot of the times.
And I think that actually goes into what you were talking about. I think a lot of stand-ups don't like doing improv because they realize how hard it is.
Yeah.
Right? And that's not to say stand-up isn't hard. I just started doing stand-up like a couple of weeks ago. It's really hard. It's super hard. And it's more vulnerable because you're up there. You can't blame anybody else. Like, there's no one else to blame.
And
it's not a collaboration. I'm like,
you have to
well.
be there for a long freaking time.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
I have my biggest bomb is 15 minutes. No laughs. It was brutal.
Oof.
Yeah.
So yeah.
You just kept going.
I kept going.
Kudos.
I'm a pro. I'm not
Yep.
breaking
Emory
my
has
time.
PTSD.
I do have PTSD.
Brought it
I
up
broke up with a
multiple
girl a year
times at
later
one time.
that I was dating at that time, and I think it's because of that bomb.
Wow.
Yeah.
So it was bad. It was
Drama
brutal.
bomb.
Yeah.
There's so many scenes where, when I say scene, like stand-up comedy, whatever, improv, where the stand-ups like don't like improv and like sort of sneer down at it. And the improv people don't have anyone to sneer down at.
It's
Musicians, guys, musicians.
I know, right? The drummers. I was a drummer for a long time. It's weird because, and I don't want it to be this way, but here at First Coast, because we've so much made our culture, we're an improv comedy club. Every Friday and Saturday, our primetime shows are always improv. And occasionally we'll have a stand-up, do a storytelling, or like recently we started doing hybrid shows once a month, once every other month. But now, and I don't want to create this culture, but it's almost that our culture is becoming, our improvisers are like, I don't like stand-up. And we're like, no, it's, hang on, let's all do comedy. And you always decide it's not for you. Because it's so long that you feel like total crap, being at feeling like you're at the bottom of the totem pole. And I don't want anyone to feel that way.
Yeah.
But our community is like, I don't like stand-ups. They all punch down. And I'm like, they don't all punch down. The bad ones punch down.
Yeah.
The ones who don't have anything else to say punch down. And it's an open mic, so you got to give everyone a chance to figure it out.
Yeah, I need to come to that open mic. Anyway, yeah.
And there's like a different responsibility and role for the improviser and the stand-up. The stand-up's like supposed to figure out where the edges of what they're is acceptable, and so they're always it's like, I think of it like that scene where they're describing the raptors in Jurassic Park, and they're like, they're testing the cage. They're figuring out where the weaknesses are.
Yeah.
And that's what stand-ups are doing. They're like, am I allowed to? No, I can't go over there. I can't talk about that topic. When I can go over there, the audience lets me go over here. Cool.
Yeah.
Which that's there's a real utility to the open mic. The jam, improv doesn't serve that because no one. Like even doing like cultural commentary in improv always feels cringy, even when it's like kind of smart cultural commentary. And I don't know exactly why that is, but anytime I've ever seen an improviser try to be like, and what about this political and like wink at the audience, it's always like, ugh.
Yeah.
It just makes everybody's, I was not going to say any words, but it makes everybody's buttholes pucker up.
Yeah.
Right? It makes them pucker. And, we try to have an unpuckered environment here for the right reasons. Sometimes in our late shows, the pucker is important. But
But I mean, I like that I can take my kids who are like teenagers to
the early show.
And they enjoy it, they laugh and
And
stuff.
you laugh too.
Yeah.
It's not a kid's show, right?
Yeah, it's not
show
a
that
kid's show.
everybody can enjoy.
You know what's funny? Someone commented, like one of these old traditional, I'm not going to say the name, but a longtime comic of Jacksonville, many years of traditional stand-up, has come to a lot of my open mics. And I've done almost 4 years now, right? Just open mic stand-up. And he came to me recently and was like, I've never been to a stand-up open mic like yours. I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, everybody is clapping and cheering everyone on after they get off stage. And I was like, wow, I took on the improv of clap for the mistake. It's okay.
Yeah.
And I brought that on the positive because he's like, I'm so used to if you bombed, you bombed, and people just, hey, you just suck tonight, and everyone's just like, ooh, and no, you don't. You get heckled, you get yelled at, you can get trash talked, and he's like, Flo, your open mics are different. But I'm like, he was making it sound like it was bad, but I get compliments. Flo, I feel great after, even though I bombed or whatever. I was like, you know what? That came from improv.
Yeah.
And that's the good thing about improv.
I love that.
Yeah, it's a very different culture. I remember when we first came here, we went to a stand-up comedy open mic, and
that's when we met. Officially,
with
that's where we met. Boussoir.
It was the one we went to was not Boussoir.
It was at the Kava, the one that was
the Kava,
bar.
One at the beach here.
The one I'm talking about wasn't
South
the Kava
side?
bar.
Oh yeah. Sorry.
How many different open
mics?
mics did you
story, and then we'll split off into breakout groups after.
We went to one. I don't think I'll say the venue because everyone will know exactly which mic I'm talking about.
Oh, that's what this podcast is for.
Oh,
I think this podcast started because of that mic.
Did you hear that?
it was at the Mudville Grill.
Oh no, then no.
But that,
no.
I remember the shows. I've never been there.
At that mic, I would notice that the person hosting would always go up and just rip on whichever comic just got off stage.
Roasting everybody, right?
Especially if they didn't do well.
Wait, was this Jacksonville?
It was
It was here.
Jacksonville.
Mudville, it's on
Mudville Grill.
Atlantic Boulevard?
Yeah.
I know where Mudville is. Yeah. Right before you go on 95. Doesn't matter.
And I was just like, this is weird, you know?
They
Because you want, don't you want any of these people to ever come back?
Yeah.
So we went, and they treated it like almost not a talent show, but it was like they had prizes, right?
It was a competition.
It was a competition.
Oh, okay.
This thing at Mudville, and yeah, I'm not trying to start anything, but the company that put it on had it as a competition. So we went and did improv, and we won.
Nice.
Out of all the stand-ups and the poets and whatever, and then they did not invite us back. And in fact, they actually told us we couldn't come back.
Yeah, they banned us.
They banned us
They banned us for winning.
because that
No.
It happened to me, not with them, but with another group.
Wild.
Yeah.
But I mean, I
If you're
don't.
too good, you're gonna get banned.
It sucks that was one of your
Stick out.
first experiences because most of them are not like ripping you apart after you get up, but there are comics that their style is to roast everybody and how they look. You look like shit, you look like that, and get laughs. Like for me, everyone's different styles of comedy, but I've only seen like a couple times I've only done it 4 years now, but like in June, but like that I don't feel good about that either. Like I'm like, I don't even know this guy. I got off stage one time. This happened to me in Jacksonville. I got off stage and someone and I got laughs on this one joke, and he's just like, that was shit and all this. I'm like, who is this guy? And how is that funny? And he didn't get laughs talking shit about people, but so there's just some styles that
this comic who was doing the ripping on everybody, like I just remember like he did a bunch of like wordplay, like dad jokes type comedy.
Oh yeah.
And then afterwards he was like, I guess you don't like puns, huh, crowd? And I was sitting there thinking, like, not a single one of the things you just did were puns.
They're rhymes.
None of
It's a
them
rhyme.
were puns. They
a
were
rhyme, not a
all
pun.
rhymes. They were all kind of bad
Rhymes?
wordplay. Yeah. And but this is a guy who would also, was sort of notorious for going on the social media and just ripping on like female comics, the way their appearance and stuff. So
yeah,
That's
it's all
always
about
classy.
You know,
yeah.
That was bad. But the cool thing is,
I'm
creating a positive
doing this into a
environment.
microphone. This is not smart. It's not smart business practice.
Yeah. The good thing is making happy choices for fun.
Yeah.
And just going back to what you're talking about, the jam, which we do every Thursday, that's a really hard place to try improv for the first time because you have people who are in our main stage cast who are extraordinarily talented and funny. People who just walked in the door being like, what's improv? Duk, 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 duk.
Yeah.
And then stand-ups who have this preconceived notion of if I'm not funny, I'm a horrible person.
Right.
And if you bring the if I'm not funny, I'm a horrible person energy in, it permeates. You spread it to everybody else, and then you just go home and cry yourself to sleep, right? And that's one of the things I like running a mic. I don't run it, but Sean Steele runs our mic here, which is great. Love him. Really, really fun that we have it. And I'm trying to create that same environment of like, it's okay if people aren't doing well, right? But no one's gonna come off stage and feel like a worse person.
Yeah.
And the same thing about the jam. It's like, yeah, you're gonna go up and do some weird improv stuff that you weren't expecting or that you didn't make the best choice, but that's why we practice.
That part.
It's our version of a mic is doing that jam.
Yeah, it's very interesting because it's the polar opposite of stand-up open mics. When you go there and it's a good day if you don't want to kill yourself at the end of the day. Like, hey, I got laughs. Yes. And we joke about that, but yeah, it can be.
We're on a low I'm on a low personally until I get how many days it takes until I get another mic and then I do well. I'm on a low emotionally for a while. I'm like, damn, life sucks. And then I'm like, okay, did good.
Bomb, sure. Yeah.
It really affects you. So it is different. Maybe we need to clap more.
Yeah.
For people. We need more positivity in stand up.
There's a lot of improvisers who are like that too. I used to be like that.
I am still sometimes.
Oh yeah, I still feel. I guess it's similar. Like you get off stage. Why did I say that?
Yeah.
Why didn't I say this instead?
Oh, interesting.
When I started my company in Seattle, like I had no, there's no way I could know if it was going to succeed or not. And so I would say like I lived and died by good and bad shows. Like if we had a just okay show on Saturday night and our next show is not till next Friday, it's like a whole week of me being like, I'm going to fail. I'm a failure.
I still, because this is the first improv club I've ever started and run, I still feel that way. If we have a show that's like kind of a lackluster show, even if it's a huge crowd, but like for whatever reason, it's just not hitting, which doesn't happen as much. But when it did, I do like, I spend my week being like, gotta really gotta do. And then,
Beat
put all this
yourself
pressure on Friday. And then Friday, 7 p.m., I'm like, I just tanked the whole thing because I put all this pressure on myself. And now it's worse than it would have been if I would have just been positive.
Did you ever hear about that improv club that got one star review, and that was just the end of it all?
Yeah, right. The one
They
star
just
review.
closed down like a week later.
Yeah. We might be the only, not to brag, but we might be the only improv club in the world that only has one star review.
There is a 1-star review. So I was here a couple of days ago with my son. We were sitting in the audience. I have never seen heckling at a show, and there was that couple in front of us, and they were kind of yelling stuff in just randomly.
Oh, they were nice though. Yeah,
Yeah, they were nice,
Yeah.
but it was like, oh, I never seen that. I'm used to it at stand-up, but
you
it
were
was
hosting Saturday. I was hosting Friday. You were hosting Saturday.
Which what
it was
this?
the couple that was in the side section.
Oh yeah. I remember now.
There's a difference between heckling and like positive
it was
participation.
positive
Yeah.
heckling. Like
Yeah.
that's what we call it, stand-up.
Yeah.
It's positive heckling. It's still like, to me, it was okay, but I've never seen it at an improv show. And you guys were handling it great. Nothing happened.
Yeah.
But it was just interesting to see.
When we host the Blue Show, which is a show we do in the 9:30 slot, it's a 21 and up show, and that show can get really rowdy because people get really drunk. And if it's a sold out house, you have 50 people who are super drunk trying to yell butt plug at all at the same time, whatever. Yell their
All at
suggestions.
once, they're all just trying. It's just in the zeitgeist.
You're trying to picture it how you can manifest the boss.
Yeah.
They harmonize
Please,
somehow.
everybody. That does happen. People do. I mean, this is it's a hosting joke we get to use all the time. People will say it, and it's like, okay, great, in unison. You all had the same. You mind melded yourselves. But the Blue Show is one where like I feel more confident now going into stand up if I do get heckled because of hosting Blue Shows. Because drunk people will just say whatever they're thinking,
Yep.
and you just have to roll with it.
Yeah.
I mean, one thing definitely
All at the
helped.
same time.
One thing that helped me with stand-up when I took the classes of improv, that I was not afraid of the audience anymore. And I still, because at the first couple of months, I was terrified going up there. It's like the jitters and whatever. I still have jitters, but it's very different now. I'm like, hey, I know my stuff. I know the audience, whatever. So it also helps with that, just handling the audience. You talk to the audience.
Yeah.
Just like, different.
And before the show, you kill one audience member in the parking lot.
Like a sacrifice.
Yeah, you just know.
Tonight is going to go well.
Yeah.
Yep, every time, every show.
All right. So are you guys both from Seattle?
No, you go.
No, I'm from Wisconsin.
Oh,
your ex.
that's why my ex. My ex is from Wisconsin.
Yeah.
They're
People
actually also exes.
Yep.
Your
Yep.
exes.
Yes. You don't have to refer to me in the third person.
And you want your jersey back?
Yeah. I want that's why I created this whole company, this ruse, so I could finally get on your
No longer-
podcast and approach you publicly. I want my jersey back. Yeah, I'm from Wisconsin. People usually detect I'm not from here when I say either the word tomorrow or sorry. That's when they go like, "Where are you from?"
Oh,
He's
interesting.
Canadian.
Yeah.
So then you know what a bubbler is.
Yeah.
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 So where are you from, Madelaine?
I grew up in Seattle,
Okay.
and then I spent the better part of my younger adult life in Alaska,
Oh, wow.
and then went back to Seattle, and that's where we met.
Okay, cool.
You
Awesome.
guys shared the same passion.
Mm-hmm.
Sort of, yeah. We auditioned for the same improv show. It was my first improv audition ever because I had just started doing improv, and it was his first audition ever because he owned his own company and had been doing improv for 15 years, 20 years at that point.
Yeah, well, I had started doing improv in Milwaukee when nobody in Milwaukee did auditions at that time. It was just like, oh, you're in the classes or whatever, and you're funny. We're gonna move you into the Procast. And then I moved to Seattle and I started a company, so I didn't do it. So I had been doing improv for 15 years, and it's like I've never auditioned for anything ever.
Yeah. And it was at one of your competitor. It was at Jet City Improv.
Yeah, finally it was the year where I was like, this 2019 for me is going to be about doing shows more collaboratively with the other improv clubs, because I would kind of cordoned myself off into the one I was running because I wanted every show to be perfect. But then after running it for 8 years or whatever, how long it'd be like, oh, I have enough competent people to host the shows and run the door and run the bar that I don't have to be there all the time. And so what do you do with your time then? It's like, well, I'll just go do shows at my competitors' theaters.
Hey,
cool.
that's a good approach. Yeah.
It was the show called Glimmer, which was a wrestling. It was before I became a pro wrestler. It was a wrestling show based off Glow. So it was like narrative long form, which is basically like long form improv like we do, but all stories, like a play, like an improvised play, basically. So we both auditioned, we both got in, and then I became the Glimmer champion on the last show we ever did because the world shut down the day after.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
It was March like 20th of 2020 or March 19th of 2020.
Yeah.
I wanted her to have the title, so I flew to Wuhan. I like cracked open a window on a facility and then
And bats. Suddenly bats.
So you did comedy, or you both did comedy before the pandemic?
yeah.
I did stand up one time. You did
No,
stand
just
up.
thinking
Oh,
like
the
improv,
Yeah,
just comedy in
yeah.
general.
Yeah, I had just started though. I had started at the end of 2019. I got cast in that.
Okay.
I'd taken one class, got cast in that show, did the show, and then 2020 happened, and then I didn't start doing improv again until we came here. So I didn't really trained until I was
Okay.
here.
So did you guys do the Zoom stuff during the
Oh
pandemic?
That was brutal.
yeah.
Because I've watched, I think, one improv. I tried to get on open mics.
Mm-hmm.
The cool thing about it was my network grew tremendously. Like
Yeah.
I was performing in Canada on Zoom, but I was performing in Canada. I could do open mics in Japan and stuff. So I really liked the network building aspect of it. But I'm curious how much it changed improv, because stand-up changed crazy since the pandemic. Just as, a
How
lot
much
of
the pandemic itself changed improv, or how Zoom improv?
how
much
how
it
the
was
pandemic changed if it changed it at all.
Well, so we now, if it had been for that, we would not be streaming every show every Friday and Saturday, because that was where, like, there was that mental hurdle you have to get over to be willing to put up cameras and then figure out the technology and how to stream and do the whole thing. And the pandemic kind of forced the hand of anybody who was running an improv theater who wanted to make even a little bit of money somehow, which was it worth it? No. It was only worth it for learning how to do a lot of that stuff.
Yeah.
We did I think that the club I ran in Seattle did, as far as the ability to do Zoom improv, we did it as good or better than anybody, because we figured out, like, what were the things the problems you have to solve for. There's no audience, so you have to hear laughter, and so so the way that we solved for that was, like, I just texted or called some of my friends who have, like, the best, fullest laughs, and I said, hey, I just want you to be in our Zoom room with your mic on, so that people sitting at home can hear your laugh during the show. And that you do that, and then on Zoom, if you do that, what you sacrifice is the sound quality, because it garbles it when somebody's laughing.
Yeah.
It's like, I would rather have sacrificed sound quality where the audience actually hears laughter than all you saw with these comedy shows on Zoom where it's just a person talking and no laughter.
Yep.
Which is terrible.
Yeah,
You have no idea.
It was crazy. I did a couple of shows like that. It was brutal, because I don't know, especially my jokes are very thinky, like you have to think about it in front of it. So I don't know if they're thinking too long. Or I'm bombing, or is the lag?
You can't see the look on their face. Yeah.
Or it's they click on the clapping icon and stuff.
Yeah.
So it was brutal. I was just I was just curious if improv changed, because I guess your improv changed, like your approach to the streaming and stuff. Which where can you see the stream? It's on your website, thefirstcoastcomedy.com.
Yeah.
YouTube
It's on
at
our
First Coast
YouTube,
Comedy.
First Coast Comedy Instagram.
He's the one, not you.
No, he's doing it on purpose now. It's become a thing. Actually,
Yeah.
if you go on LinkedIn, LiveJournal. It's on LiveJournal.
Live journal.
I'm still thinking about your mother,
No.
and the reason.
Yeah.
Well,
The
now I
reason-
understand.
I bet you
You're from
are.
Wisconsin, so it makes sense.
The reason I'm thinking about that is what shaped you guys, like, since childhood, that you're like, oh, like this was your thing,
That's
comedy
good
and
question.
acting,
Sure.
like the combo, like when you started and stuff.
Yeah. I actually grew up touring the U.S. with my mom. She was a musician, and so I was on the road most of the time, homeschooled for large parts of my childhood. I'd go to school, and then, like, we'd spend the whole summer in a van, me and my mom and my nanny, her friend who was her producer. So I grew up on stage. Every single time we would be at any venue, whether it was kid friendly or not, like, she'd find a way. House concerts, coffee shops. So I was always singing and dancing and doing musical theater. And then it wasn't until it was 2018. I was going through a super bad breakup, which is as bad as you can when you're 24 or whatever. And I needed more laughter in my life. So I took my first improv class. I was like, that's what I've been missing. I need to do comedy. Said no one ever. But there was I had considered myself a dramatic actor, and I was musical theater. And then as soon as I started doing improv, I was like, nah, that's all stupid. I don't want to do any of that. I just want to do, this is way harder. I want to do the challenging thing. So 2018, 2019, I started deciding wanted to do comedy. And then when I met him, it just kind of felt like everything fell in line.
That is cool how you found someone that shares the same passion and that's like your life and everything you do.
It was
pretty
crazy.
cool.
Yeah, I still remember the first conversation we had. We were sitting across from each other at like a cast outing for that Glimmer show. And we both were just going back and forth. We were both seeing other people at the time, so we accidentally treated it like a date. Like, oh, you do that? I do that too. Oh, you like that? Oh, I love that. You like that? No, I love this. Oh, yeah, the women's revolution in wrestling was crazy. Really? I don't know about the Attitude Era. Tell me. And then a month later, we broke up with the people we were seeing and started dating.
Perfect.
Hey, that's life, yeah.
Well,
That's awesome.
The pandemic helped with that too.
Yeah, it really did. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, you got to hone in on who's,
Normally you don't go into business with family and partners, but you guys do it well.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yeah. For what we know
Yeah.
on the outside.
There's you know that 6 foot thing in COVID? These chairs are too close together.
Hey, I asked specifically if you guys are okay sitting next to each other.
Yeah.
It would be really weird. No, it's good.
Just like matrix cables thing. Yeah.
Why did Jill Grindeland inspire
Yeah.
you to do comedy is the question.
Well, if we go back, I think you could pinpoint it to me having a learning disability in kindergarten. That's how I got into comedy because I had this dyslexia that at that time they didn't have a word for it. I think they've identified it now, but it's like the rotation of numbers on a page are irrelevant to the learner. So it's like a 3 that is the way you're supposed to do it, or backwards, or a 7 upside down. It all means the same thing to me. And I think even in kindergarten, I was a little indignant about why does it matter? I can tell what it is. And so they sent me to the only school in the district that had a program that would address that learning disability, which happened to be the really hard to get into fine arts school in the district I went to. And so I had to do it was like such a artsy school. We didn't have gym class. We had dance class. we had drama class every, once a week or a couple times a week or something. I don't remember. I was a kid. Whenever they took me to drama class, I did it. But yeah, so I got into drama that way, and I liked the stage, and then I got into middle school and was too cool for drama for a while. And then I got into high school and I was like, all right, I like it again. And then I knew I liked performing, and then I saw a stand-up comedian probably for one of the first times on TV, and I went, oh, that guy's entertaining that whole room of people, and there's not like a kick line behind him, and there's no fireworks. It's just one guy and a microphone. That's really cool. Then I was like, I want to do comedy, and then I was fortunate to live just south of Milwaukee, Wisconsin, where one of the most impressive improv facilities in the country is. It's called Comedy Sports. It's like a 200-seat arena with a full bar and restaurant. And they had a thing called the High School League, where you could form a team of other kids at your high school and then compete against kids from other high schools, like a sport. And so that was really fun. And then it just kind of went from there. It was like, all right, at college, I was doing stand-up and improv, and eventually at some point, and acting. And then I eventually stopped I did a play that I was really, really happy with, and I got a good review in the paper for, so I was like, I'm never acting again.
you did it all.
I reached the highest.
I got in the Milwaukee Journal Sentinel.
But you did try stand up then.
Oh, yeah.
I know you're trying it now. But
He did it he's doing it.
He's doing it too,
together.
yeah.
you are.
He just
Why
had
didn't you go up last week?
No, he did.
We were both.
I saw pictures of you guys.
I was a little toasted.
Yeah, I was way
That's
too
the
toasted to
best
be there.
time to go
it was
up.
terrible. I actually way prefer performing sober, but I went up and I was like, Alex, you should go up. And he was like, I don't remember any of my shit. But he went up. He had a great show actually here. We had a packed house, and he did 10 and he crushed.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
It was
That's
that show that we
awesome.
were going to have you on, and then you had your fancy gala.
I wish I would have saw that email.
I wish I didn't forget about the gala, but congratulations.
We don't need to discuss.
Okay.
that.
All right.
You sure?
That was all a joke. The whole thing was rigged.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Everybody
Yeah.
knows that.
Yeah.
How do you
I
think
think
the
everybody
same person
knows
has won the same award?
Right. Yeah. It's
Oh,
your
I
friends
know the
are
gala,
voting
yeah.
every time.
Yeah.
It's just a joke. But that's it. When we were talking about how it's stand up comedians versus the improvisers, and we're like, but then I thought about it, some of the very best out there, like SNL Live and stuff, are really good at both. Like some of the best.
Yeah, it's like in improv, most improvisers, if you ask them, well, do you want to host the show? They're like, no, I just want to do
They can't.
I just want to play, because hosting the show is much more like stand up.
We only have probably 5 people in our cast who
Yeah.
are even
Prefer.
comfortable. No, who would even be comfortable hosting?
But
Almost
they are
nobody
okay
prefers it.
doing improv stuff on
They're
stage.
fine
That
being
is so
on
weird, but I can totally
Interesting.
relate. And we are both hosting our stuff.
But we
so
love hosting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not
I love
everybody
hosting
does. A lot of stand-up comedians don't like it either.
Yeah.
it's a
They just
very
wanna do their
underappreciated
set and
skill
leave.
for sure.
Yeah.
It's a skill. It's a skill. That's. I mean, I didn't like hosting when I first started, but then now I'm happy to host or play. It's all the same to me.
It's a
You say it
preference.
best.
Yeah, I always liked hosting because my first touch point with improv was comedy sports. And when I would go see a comedy sports match, the referee seemed to me to have the most power. That's the host of the show.
Oh,
And I
okay.
was like, I like the idea of being one of the players, but I want to be that guy.
Yeah.
You know, because just controlling the audience, controlling the players.
Oh, there's the control that the stand-up comedians
Yeah.
want.
You know?
So maybe all I'm gonna do is host the show. I'm gonna do improv, but I'm only hosting.
There you go. That's a good goal.
Dave Bogan's in
Hey,
the house.
next step. Next
He's
step.
teaching in 20 minutes, so we got to wrap up. soon.
Oh,
All right. Yeah.
shout out to the classes you guys offer.
Yeah, so-
Yeah.
What do you
Have
guys-
taken all three?
I've taken them all. I
right.
took even the one that after you finish.
yeah.
What was that
It
called?
Factor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love all of it.
You're awesome.
It's like you guys are. This
You
is
and-
great. I'm
you
glad
and
this is
Marcus,
here.
too.
I'm glad you guys do this because I was begging the people before you guys got here, like years ago. When are you guys doing something? When are we coming back? And then you guys moved into town.
Oh, the
And-
pandemic. Yeah, the pandemic. shut
pandemic.
them
Oh,
down,
that
yeah.
was the pandemic. I'm like, when are we doing improv? I love improv. And then you guys did it, and I love all the things you offer. You guys have I mean, you guys offer all kinds of things, which you can plug it in now. But like
Yeah,
the
firstcoastcomedy.com.
freestyle thing, like you really
Oh,
hitting
yeah.
different talents and skills and things that people like to do, like a whole variety. So if you guys can share that. If
Sure.
you guys,
Thank you.
Yeah, like once a year, I teach my freestyle rap class. I don't know when the next one's going to be.
It'll be sometime this year.
Yeah.
that sounds.
We have a new
sad.
baby, so it's hard.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I thought you were joking. So
I
is
know.
that
Yeah,
a
you
very-
guys. Yeah,
I was
so
like,
did I.
Oh, yeah, no,
we
no.
do
it's-
a we do a
Yeah, really
freestyle rap
sad.
duo.
Oh, okay.
Just the two of us do a freestyle rap, like a comedic freestyle rap duo, and he teaches a whole 6-week class.
I
With a
gotta do
showcase. It's so much fun. You have to. I'll send you info.
I mean, I do have MC friends, but I'm like, how do you even do this? I just start a beat and they're like, I'm like, dang.
I don't know
Yeah.
when this podcast will come out, but for anybody who's local, if I can plug one thing that's not at our theater on September 20th at
Yes.
1111 Cesare Boulevard, we're gonna do the
September
show the
20th?
September. I keep saying September. It's February.
February 20th.
I've done this.
Okay,
every
I'm
single
like
time.
September. I'm like, wait a second. It's like, yeah,
I know, I was like,
wow,
you
we'll
guys are
release the
no,
podcast
yeah,
before.
You guys are ahead of the game.
It's of 2032.
Do you
so-
understand that my brain? I had a baby in August, so it's still September for me. Like that's what's happening. No, February 20th. You can come see us at the Show the World Showcase, the Duval's Got talent show. We're
Okay.
gonna do our comedic rap duo.
Oh yeah.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
1111
Where's that?
Cesare
Where's that
Boulevard.
gonna? Oh, you
Yes,
just said it
I
5
did.
times.
Yeah,
Where
I
is
said it. It sounds like 5, but it's just one number twice. Sounds like 5 numbers.
Another shameless self promos. We just won the St. Augustine's Got Talent show.
Oh,
I'm glad
nice.
I didn't sign up for
Congratulations.
that.
Yeah.
I was this close to going. I'm like,
There was one stand-up who was probably going to win if we had not gone after.
Oh,
shoot.
really?
I mean, a lot of the folks there were super, super talented, but we were the only thing that was different. It was all stand-up and then us.
But
was
also,
it Christine?
the stand up,
Christine was great too.
Chris was on it.
It was Heather.
the maximum points you could get was 15 because each judge could go to 1 to 5.
Mhm.
And I offhandedly made a joke when we went up. I said, "Oh, hey judges, they're actually just coming around right now with cards that go up to 6." And then just a joke, whatever. And then at the end of the show, the judges, like 2 of them, turned their 5s into 6s. That way, kids, changed their report
That
card.
is funny.
And it's like, well, I guess we won by cheating.
Yeah, 'cause Heather had gotten 15 points, so we were like, oh, okay, well, she's the winner. That's great. Let's just go have fun and do our set. And
Yeah.
they changed it.
That's hilarious.
That's too funny.
Uh-oh.
Whoopsie.
I
But
heard
yeah,
you. I heard you guys earned it. So good
Thank you.
job.
That's awesome.
We had fun.
Yeah.
We had a really good time.
I also never heard about that contest either. I'm so
it's-
out of the
it's-
loop, apparently.
Yeah, just
It's because you don't know how to use your Instagram.
That's what it is. Because I missed their writing class. I'm like, when was this writing class? I'm all writing. But anyway,
Next time we have stuff here at the theater, I'll personally call you.
personal.
On the landline?
yes, on the landline. I don't have a landline.
I'll leave a message on your answering machine.
You just need to go to firstcoastcomedy.com to learn about the classes and
Yes.
the workshops. You want to talk a little bit about team building and just so we put it all out there?
Hey, we got Dave Bogan right
Hey,
here.
Dave Bogan.
Dave Bogan in the
Come here.
house.
Come get on the mic real quick.
Dave Bogan is our
We
education
love Dave
director and roadshow manager. And he
You
was
can-
my first improv teacher when I was 16 years old.
Oh,
my
wow.
goodness!
I didn't know the
Yay.
history. Well, welcome to the podcast.
Hello.
Talk about roadshows.
Really
Talk
quick.
about road shows. They're awesome. You should hire us. Yeah. Yeah, we offer a wide range of road shows. We can, whether you got like a birthday party or got a big corporate event or whatever, or like I always say, if you're just alone on a Tuesday, if you pay us, we'll come and do a show. But yeah, the cool thing about the shows that we do though is we can tailor them to whatever your specific event is. So if your event has like a theme, like it's a holiday party or maybe it's a St. Patty's Day or whatever it might be, we can tailor the games and everything that we perform specifically for the event. So yeah, I would highly recommend it, hiring us for a show if you want to do something really cool that everyone will be so impressed about.
Sounds good. And what's the website again?
FirstCoastComedy.com. I'm getting ready to teach a class right now. Though,
Yeah.
too,
We're
like
gonna
in about
wrap
20
Yeah,
minutes.
we are wrapping it up.
Well, yeah, we're almost done.
Our next 101 starts up on March 25th. Bye.
More information, go to healthcare.gov.
Actually, the website's down today.
No, it's not. I'm so glad you're not doing it live.
No, the healthcare.gov website.
Oh,
Our
oh,
website's never down. Healthcare.gov is always down.
Yeah,
That's the joke.
sounds like.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, thanks for coming on.
Yeah, thanks
And
for having us.
you know, we might be back in a year and then do it again.
Yeah.
See what the update is.
Great.
I love it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Cool.
All right. Do you want to plug your socials, Flo?
Yeah. Flow funny on everything.
Yep. And I am standup.com. Thank you guys. Have a good one.
Did you guys
didn't-
have personal stuff? or
We
just-
didn't
Yeah.
clap none of that.
She guys
I have
personal.
Yeah, I'll
stuff.
have. You can follow me on Mad Grin Comedy or at First Coast Comedy. Alex doesn't know how to use Instagram, so don't follow him.
You can follow me on her Instagram.
All right.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks for doing this, and we love improv and want to keep supporting y'all. So
Thank you.
appreciate everything you guys do for the community.
We appreciate
We
you.
needed these laughs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In Mayport.
And positivity. All right. Awesome. Yeah, we didn't clap, so we don't have to clap. We usually
Shouldn't
clap
we
to
clap?
sing.
We need
Yeah.
to clap.
All right. 1, 2, 3. So I can see.
Try again, everybody. Open your hands. Now
All right.
close them. There we go.
Ooh.
You'll figure it out
Let's get a photo. Photo.
Don't put my shorts in there.
Eat my shorts.
Yeah, did you hear that? We got the lowdown on the streets where the talk's at. From the hood to Hollywood, we spilling all the tea. Ain't no secret safe, no, we bring the heat. We dropping names and we dishing the dirt. Psst, did you hear that? Spreading rumors like crack, ain't no turning back. We the real OGs taking it to the airwaves. Psst, did you hear that? Getting the scoop, all the celeb facts, you better listen up, cause we run this podcast.